How's it going, everyone? It's Liam Carrison here with another episode of The Sandman, as we're on episode number 9 of this season with a couple of more episodes left to go. So, concluding things with various things at stake, especially with Dream's siblings and the Corinthian, with Rose and, of course, her ability, I guess you could say, of being the vortex. It's going to be very interesting to see how we do conclude these next couple of episodes before we do have the wait for season 2. So yeah, but I definitely felt like the last episode had a bit of a step up from episode 7, though episode 7 I could see was establishing these new pieces, especially in regards to like I said, Rose, and you got Lighter as well, and there was development for her in the last episode. So yeah, it was really great stuff, and I'm excited to see how this episode will go by. So with that said, let's get into episode number 9 of The Sandman. Let's go.
I think I know the answer to that.
But it's complicated.
I think it's me.
Uh-oh. Mr. Matthews.
How she did it, but Rose just got Lyta pregnant. What? Apparently it happened in her dream, and when Lyta...
Shoot.
What's your name?
Have you ever noticed how
Corey.
people only ever use your name when you're in trouble? Jed. We need to talk, Jed. Get in here, Jed.
So whenever someone says, Liam, I love you,
Exactly.
that is of concern.
She's 3 hours away.
Oh, Rose, take your time. Just call us at this number when you get here.
Thanks.
You know how we mentioned about
What's your
using...
name?
We'll see you soon.
Wow. You couldn't just say Corey, could you?
All right, kid, let's go.
But I did notice the name thing. Rose is in trouble. Serial conviction.
TV version butchered it, but you can find it uncut online.
All these murder puns.
Dead and buried in the 60s.
That's when Harry killed the left. I could have died.
He slays me, that guy.
Jeez.
Nemesis of neglect. There you go.
So we got all these actual serial killers and all of that.
I see you've met my young friend.
Oh, is he with you?
He is. He and his sister are my guests and under my protection.
Is he just like...
Are we good?
Yeah, I was gonna say, is he trying to give him a hint like...
We are.
Leave
yeah.
him alone.
We're good.
Fuck off.
Glad to hear it. Possible.
And home is England? You sound English.
Thank you. To me, the object of travel
Did say no.
is not...
I would like to live... cracks. And I think it's because of the fact that Light is pregnant, so...
You in here?
Mark!
Time, did you experience any similar seismic disturbances?
He's being so,
I did not.
like, I don't know, awkward-ish? Because he doesn't know
Are
how
there
to say
any-
sorry,
Theory as to their origin?
and I need your help.
Speaking strictly as a librarian, I do. But you. But if there is something new in the dreaming, and you did not create it, how did it get here? This is the vortex.
Well, when you see,
I
when a
showed
man and a woman...
And a woman's voice says, "Help, I've been reaped." The cop says, "Don't you mean raped?" "No," she says, "he used a scythe."
What the fuck? They love me. This is kind of macabre. Well, I don't want to say kinda. It's absolutely macabre. All of Like, just this.
Unlovable? To forgive means pardoning the unpardonable?
Wait a second.
Faith means believing the unbelievable. And hope means
Stephen Fry's a...
hoping even when everything seems hopeless.
Stephen Fry's a creation of the dreaming, isn't he? Or something like that.
Get out of our house, Lyda.
Enough.
Shit, no.
No.
No. Oh my god.
Dream. Please stop. No.
Damn, that was, Free.
Child was conceived in the dreaming. It is mine.
What?
Holy fuck.
One day, I will come for it.
No.
What the fuck?
You will do nothing.
This dream is over.
Shit.
You killed my.
Listen to me.
I do listen to you. You said that a vortex can create universes or destroy them. So I suggest you leave my universe the fuck alone.
Holy
This dream
fuck!
is over.
She really said that to... Oh my god, Rose.
Hey.
Buy you a drink if I promise not to ask too many annoying questions. I don't want to monopolize you.
Yeah, let's get that drink later.
I'd love that.
I think he's more than inspired by him.
Oh, I see you
The
went
tone
to
I'm
the
getting.
And that's not the boogeyman.
Pretender! He just got startled there. And yet Jed is not too far away, right? There we are.
Hi, it's Rose Walker.
Oh,
Jed's
so
sister.
close!
I'm here.
Children at a cereal convention. That seems a bit of a missed opportunity. Or
Fucking
or is it
creep.
maybe sort of more of a porridge and muesli thing.
Do you mind?
Uh-oh.
I have to check these people in.
He's a fucking
I appear
creep.
to have annoyed him with my questions.
Imagine how annoyed he'd be if he found out we have bees.
I use my sexuality when I'm collecting. I use the same skills as anyone else here. Intelligence, preparedness, and brute force.
Okay, he's just like, oh, this thing. Wait, brute force?
Not a numbers game for me. It's about the person. I'll take just any.
He's just like-
specialize.
It's not up to me to decide
It's like,
who lives and who dies. It's up to God. God tells me to do it.
is that the name of
tells
your
me to
weapon?
kill them.
The
Oh.
chaste blog is written by an apparent fanboy.
I think he's
who,
got
as
the
you can
equation
see,
there.
And share the experience.
Sharing is caring. Shit.
Hi,
Yeah,
it's
so
Rose
he
Walker
is
calling
definitely from the
again.
dreaming.
I'm at the pool now.
Tell you that you were right. The vortex was responsible for the damage to our realm, and I was wrong to risk our safety in the hope that she would.
Bit of pill to swallow, isn't it? In terms of like.
You were not entirely wrong, sir.
Hmm.
She's found them both.
What? The Corinthian and Fiddler's Green. Where? How do you know?
Stephen Fry.
Fiddler's Green told me.
Stephen Fry. Yeah, Stephen Fry.
Why I've returned? Because he's murdering them.
The Corinthian.
He appears to have built up a cult of worshippers who kill for pleasure, endangering the waking world and the life of.
And Dream's gotta come for him.
Called Rose Walker.
The Corinthians found Rose Walker.
Yeah, it's red alert time.
Can you imagine?
I like the eyes.
Ganging up on him. Ah, shit! Oh, poor Jed. Oh, no.
I should have realized. What have I done? He's going to have to kill her.
Oh, and that's something that pains his soul, Gilbert's soul. Oh no.
Rose!
You fuck... What? You fucker!
You can't have him!
You're a piece of shit, you...
Let him go! He's my brother! He's mine! Let me go!
Oh, good, good.
Now I'm gonna have to hurt you.
Shit!
Hello, Rose. Don't worry. You're safe with me.
Yeah, bullshit on that one, buddy. Oh, man. I gotta say, though, I mean, the serial convention was absolutely fucking disturbing. Yeah. I mean, Funland, definitely disturbing. Just with the way that everyone was talking about, I guess, their prep work and, you know, how they utilized their collecting. And obviously, we know the Corinthian is an absolute creep anyway, so greatly explored in terms of, like, how these group of people have idolized Corinthian, but also very disturbing as well. I would say, even though they're all disturbing in their own ways, some more disturbing than others, obviously. Yeah. But I had a feeling that Stephen Fry, like, especially when Rose fell asleep, I was like, yeah, this guy, And I guess it should have made sense that he was Fiddler's Green, especially with the green jacket that he had on. So, but, and the fact that, you know, he was heading towards the Corinthian as well. So, Rose, though, absolutely laying into Dream was absolutely intense, though. I loved that bit so much. Because, I mean, it is very, very difficult, isn't it, in regards to Lyta's situation, because, yes, she's pregnant, and she did get pregnant in the dreaming by, I guess, a ghost. And it's just very, very difficult, because poor Lyta, right? But at the same time, everything is just destroying as well, and I mean, it's not the first time as well, as evident by the last episode, that Dream has been a bit brutal in terms of what he's had to say. It's shaping up to be a very, very interesting next episode now that, of course, the Corinthian is just centimeters away from Rose, so no problem there. Oh, man. It was very, very scary. Like, well, scary in terms of a concept, yes. I wouldn't say I was obviously, like, scared or whatever, but I was definitely... It was definitely spine-chilling for me, seeing all these people there who just revel in the murder, in the hunt, and, describe their various ways on doing what they do. So, but I also gotta say, there was some funny, like, oddly enough, but of course, watching the episode, there is context, there were some funny moments surrounding that convention. First, the whole pun with the cereal thing there, so, that was great. And more importantly, bloody Gilbert, aka Fiddler's Green. So I was suspecting he was of residents of the Dreaming in some capacity. And Fiddler's Green makes sense, I guess, with everything like associated, and as well as, like I said, the jacket. But yeah, Gilbert's reaction was just perfect, because there were moments where he just stumbled in a room, and there was some things that, you know, he was like, oh yeah, awesome, and then it suddenly turned very, very sinister, and he's like, you could see the gears turning in his head, like, what the frick? So, and then of course the final room he was in, you know, the equation was there, so, but it was just really, really funny, because you could see Stephen Fry's facial expressions. He's just like, that's not, wait, what? Did I hear that right? So, yeah, but to be fair, as well, you know, you have no idea that there is this serial convention going on, and you have, like, there are some instances where you could just walk in, because it's spelled like, you know, your brand of Shreddies or Weetabix or whatever, so, like, cereal. So you're not expecting someone to openly talk about murder, whether it be, you know, about women murdering or religious murderings, etc. You don't expect that shit. So, you know, I think Stephen Fry's, I think his reactions was just perfect, because yeah, you do not expect that whatsoever, but here we are. But yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting to see what's going to happen now, because obviously we started things off with Dream hunting the Corinthian, and he got so close, and then obviously Roderick Burgess decided, you know what, I'm going to nab you. Well, he was wanting to nab Death, but still. And now he can kind of come full circle, but he's also got to deal with the Vortex as well, especially in regards to the whole situation. Well, it's going to be very interesting, because, I mean, you saw Rose's reaction, and she was pissed. I mean, with the way that Dream handled the situation with Lighter, it could have been better. Because obviously we know that the dreaming is suffering a detrimental effect, and it is a very, very difficult. It is a very, very difficult scenario, but Dream has really kicked himself up the butt at times. I mean, go back to Galt in the last episode, and even Lucian felt a bit of the brunt in well, this episode really. So. Yeah, but with the way that he approached, it was a very, very difficult situation to, you know, kind of accept. With Lighter, though, if she stayed in the dream forever with Hector, like, hypothetically, what would happen to the baby as well? So, and, you know, Dream's got a point in regards to the fact that Hector... Yeah, he's passed on, and you've got all of these different worlds just smashing into each other, because you've got the deceased, you've got the world of the living within the dreaming, I guess, and Light is wanting to stay there, so it's, yeah, and obviously with Rose being the Vortex, as well, that's kind of put a bit of a kerfuffle on things, so, and you have Rose, bollocking Dream in such a devastating way, because and I feel like with what she said, especially with the fact that Dream's obviously going to come after the Corinthian, it I mean, you see where it's going. It's a recipe for disaster in terms of this, like, kind of situation in regards to as well as the fact that she's the Vortex. So you heard Gilbert being like, well that means that the Vortex will have to die, really. So, yeah, you like, just voicing this, you could already see it's all going a downward spiral. So, Will this aid the Corinthian, really? I don't know. I don't think it will, because I'm sure he's going to be the first priority. Especially with the damage he could do with his hands on the vortex. So he's got to be dealt with in some... And plus, he's been I would say a bigger thorn in people's sides, because... or on Dream's side, should I say, because of the fact that he has his presence, his actions has created such a huge... I mean, you saw the applause in the convention. It was like idolizing a god almost. But he has become a very, very dangerous character, and obviously we know the concerns in regards to the vortex, but yeah, I feel like the Corinthian has to be dealt with first, and then we can cross the bridge with Rose when we get to it, because I mean, there's also the matter of I feel like Rose is gonna survive. I don't know. I mean, there is this talk about dealing with the vortex, but so yeah, but we'll see what does happen. But yeah, it was very, very great stuff. What I really loved was the fact that you've got Dream crawling like with Lucian. Obviously and understandably, she was pissed given the events of the last episode, and then with things just going to shit, you had Dream crawling back to Lucian, and you could tell with the way he was conveying his words and that he was like, yeah, like it was difficult for him to say sorry, like bluntly or whatever. Well, not bluntly, but outright, with confidence. It was like, I made some really rash choices. Maybe you were right. Sorry. Like, when you kick your foot, like, awkwardly and be like, and you just don't know how to... You just worry about the recipient's reaction. That was Dream there. But I guess he's not really been one for that. I mean, even Gilbert said, I mean, Dream's changed. He even said sorry to you, and you could sense that awkwardness there. So, yeah, and I gotta say, I really loved the kind of differences, especially in terms of the reaction that Gilbert has to humans, and just how appalled he was seeing all these people become murderers and that. So there is this kind of heartbreak to Gilbert's character, I would say, really, given everything, and given the fact that there was such a bond with Rose, and now he's found out that, well, she might have to die. So there is an essence of heartbreak there. But yeah, it was just really, really great stuff. I do feel so bad for Leiter. And yeah, it's, I mean, I feel like things could, if things were handled with a bit more of with a bit more grace, I would say, in terms of explaining the situation, because let's be fair, like I was feeling in regards to how Dream came across, and you could even see Rose being very appalled before she bollocked him in his place. But when Leiter got told everything, and not just that though, but the way that Hector just essentially Infinity Ward in front of Leiter, that's a real gut punch anyways. And then you have Dream say all of this, I'll take your baby when the time is right, and the fact that he is dead, you need to, it does, especially with the way that Dream does come across things, it is a bit, yeah, it is a bit dicey. So I feel like things could have been handled with a bit more grace, then yeah. So maybe things would have been, it would have still been sad and whatnot, but I don't know. I feel like things could have been done with a bit more grace, and the damage might have been mitigated, but yeah. Like I said, it is a very, very difficult situation given the impact of the dreaming and whatnot, but yeah, I mean, obviously with the way that, with how Rose saw her best friend in distress and that, so yeah. But it's going to be very, and there's still, like, various factors, to consider, obviously, like, Desire, I think they were called, yeah. They're still out there. And obviously we've got this chase against the Corinthian now, because with Fiddler's Green returning to the dreaming voluntarily as well, so I guess bonus points there. And we know what happened with Gold, although I don't know if Dream can rectify that, because it was rash from him, but yeah. We've now got to deal with the Corinthian. And not just that though, but obviously the matter of Rose. So there's still a few pieces left to clean up, but we're really in the, well, I would say end game of things now. So yeah, for this season, of course, but it will be very interesting to see where things will go with these final couple of episodes. So yeah, with that said, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!